Okay, we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on to roll call.
Frank Myers.
Here.
Casey Benner.
Here.
Martha Patterson.
Here.
Nicole Boyer.
Here.
Leanne Woldvogel. We have a quorum.
Okay. Moving on to the approval of the agenda for tonight's meeting.
I will make a motion we approve the agenda as submitted.
I'll second it.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Ready?
Yep.
Okay. We're going to move on to approve the minutes from the last meeting, which was October 19th of 2020.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Okay.
Any opposed? Okay. Move on to the introduction of evidence.
I have here the city ordinances, design guidelines, and then the staff report and coordinating documents are available on the table. And of course, I sent them to you last Thursday.
I motion to accept the evidence as presented.
I'll make a motion.
A second? Or do you want a
Second.
motion? Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Okay.
Okay. Old business.
I have none.
Okay. Moving on to new business. We'll start with SGHC 005-21 to receive a certificate of appropriateness to replace siding on the rear of residence and construct an 8-foot roof extension off the north side of the rear porch at 599 LaPorte Street. Is there anyone here to speak on that? Could you come to the podium, please, and introduce yourself?
Mark Granker.
Mark submitted a couple of drawings that I sent to you after I sent the original documents, and they're available here in the center. He also provided this piece of siding, which I obviously couldn't email out to you. So this is the siding that will be used, only it will be smooth surface.
Is the siding rotten?
Yeah.
It
Yes.
is rotten.
Yep.
You're just replacing that which needs replacing, aren't you?
The whole
The
land.
whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It'd be rather difficult otherwise.
Yeah. It's most of it's bad anyway.
Exactly what is it? Is this
It's
plywood or is it?
it's particle board, but it's got the reason the homeowner wants to use it because it has a 30-year warranty on the painting, on the paint.
This particle board?
Yeah.
Would that
Press
hold-
board.
Would that hold up with moisture and everything?
Well, it'll hold up. Yeah. Yes. Whenever if you cut it, you have to paint the edges so it can't, get any moisture.
Did you consider putting cedar siding on instead?
That was my suggestion, but the homeowner wanted to use that.
Because my house is over 100 years old, and it has cedar siding, and it's painted every 15 years, and it's fine.
Yeah, you're lucky if it stays on that long.
So will this siding be the same size
Yeah.
as what's currently on
Yes,
there?
that piece there is like 6 inches, so we'll have to rip them down to where we have the same 4.
Okay.
The house varies, it's like between 4 and 4.5. It just kind of jumps around. It'll definitely match the rest of the house.
Okay. Do we have any other questions?
The column on the extension of the roof on the back, will that match the other
Yes.
columns there?
Yes.
Fine.
And I'm sure that picture with the red roof is just to highlight how the roof will extend over the
Yes.
front door.
Yes.
It won't be actually red.
No. Well, it'll be, it's a dark maroon color.
It was next to the
It's
rest
dark,
of the
almost
roof.
brown.
It was next to the rest of the roof then.
Yeah, well, there's a porch in the front. It'll be the same color as the porch in the front. The rest of the house has, not slate, but asbestos shingles on it.
Yeah.
The whole main part of the house.
It's a very well-prepared submittal, and I would make a recommendation that we approve it as submitted.
Okay, I have a motion to approve as submitted. Do I have a second?
I can second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Well, I don't know. I guess I oppose. I have a problem with us start using prefab materials. I'm concerned where this is going to be down the road, because I know that there's a historic house here that wants to go with the prefab shingles. So where does this take us? That's the only problem I have with it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to vote no.
I think, though, that you'll find this is not a plastic.
No.
This is wood. And the wood you get in its natural state is not the same quality as what they were selling it 100 years ago. And it doesn't last as long. This composition wood seems to
No,
be outperforming the
Well, I was
natural.
talking about the new products that's out now. Like my son rebuilt his whole deck, and he used, I don't know what to call it, the artificial material, and it looks just like wood. It's beautiful, but to me it's not wood. It's fine with his house, it's a new house, but I just have a problem with start using substitute materials.
311? So it was approved, and I'll put the certificate in the mail tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Okay, moving on to administrative approvals.
We had 2 the past couple months. 150 Merchant was just a sign. It's a wooden sign that'll go out in front of what most would call the old Citizens Electric Building, which is currently Lance Jury Law Offices. And then a replacement of existing non-original materials with same or similar materials on the garage at 789 North Main. And that's all I have.
Okay. Moving on to other business.
I sent to you a copy of the professional services agreement with Preservation Resources Incorporated, which is associated with Bob Yapperman, who does a lot of window restoration and wood restoration, historic preservation services around the Midwest. This professional services agreement that you see before you has been sent to the State Historic Preservation Office, and they've okayed it. It has been sent to Mr. Yapperman, or I'm sorry, it's Mr. Yap, and he's okayed it. And now I'm just bringing it to you for any concerns before sending it on to the Board of Aldermen for approval. Basically what this does is secure Mr. Yap's services for 2 days in the May 14th, 15th, and 16th time frame. Those days will be worked out, probably Saturday, Sunday, and then we will compensate him $11,766 for his services, and then once we pay, we will be reimbursed by the state for their portion.
My concern is the time frame. If the virus is still raging, then I would be against coming. Anybody else could come, but I wouldn't. Just to let you know where I stand.
Yeah, in conversation with the State Historic Preservation Office, you know, with COVID, it is a moving target on a daily basis. So whether the vaccine eliminates most of the cases or whether there is still a high case count, we will cross that bridge as we prepare, whether we ask for masks, whether we work with the state to do some other sort of social distancing. And Mr. Yap is open to all those suggestions also.
I know class size was pretty limited. If they hold it and we still have to social distance, is there a place large enough to have the program?
So this portion of the program is the hands-on portion, and if approved, recommended here tonight and approved by the board, we will look for a place to hold it because it'll have to be a local home that needs a window repair. And I'm sure we'll have plenty of volunteers for that. And it will be on the premises, so the owner will have to kind of sign off on that. The classroom portion that will go along with this, but that is not part of this agreement, yes, we have some commitments from some local facilities. However, again, it's kind of a moving target at this point as far as social distancing, mask wearing, and so on. So I will certainly keep the commission informed as we move forward. Tonight, I'm just looking to get an okay to move forward with this contract. And again, these subjects have come up with the State Historic Preservation Office and Mr. Yap, and all parties are well aware that some elements of the execution of this depend on where we're at with COVID in May.
But this first portion of it, the hands-on part, that will be open to local builders?
Yes, it's limited to 15 participants, but it will be open to local citizens, board members, local handymen.
Yeah.
So basically, you will go through two processes. One, how to disassemble a wood window and repair it, re-rope it, and put it back in operable fashion. And then the next day, we will go find a home that has some wood siding and trim that needs repaired, and go through the process of repairing that wood siding versus replacing it.
The object of my question was that I don't think it should be limited to the board.
No,
It should be
it
open
is
to
limited
the
to 15
contractors.
people for cost reasons and for space reasons, because it's really just one or two windows and everyone helps. So it could cause some difficulty if we are social distancing, but whatever we do, we will run through SHPO and probably in conjunction with talking with County Health.
Well, that time of year, possibly could it be outside?
I think absolutely. Mr. Yap has shared that the most successful events he has are like in double car garages that kind of expand out to a driveway, so that there's all outside fresh air and things of that nature. Any other questions on the contract?
Do we make a motion to approve it then?
Well, what I would look for is a motion to recommend approval to the Board of Aldermen.
Then I'll do that.
All right.
And I will second. I have a motion and a second to recommend approval of the professional services agreement to move over to the Alderman. All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Thank you. On the same topic and other business, our meetings in January and February fall on holidays. Martin Luther King in January and President's Day in February, so I'd like to shift those meetings to the fourth Monday, as long as there's no
I have no
no
problem.
problem with that.
I'll make a motion to approve the adjustment of the
Yeah,
date.
we're fine, as long as, I just want to make sure that everyone felt okay with it. As long as you do, I'll make that move. Okay? So you'll count on the meetings being on the fourth Monday in January and February. I just wanted to mention under this topic also that I sent to you the Certified Local Government Program Annual Report. Kind of summarizes the Heritage Commission's activities over the last year. In it, they asked for professional development and training, and we haven't been able to do a whole lot this year with the COVID situation. So what I've committed to them and what I'll commit to you is, this year I'm going to try and send out emails with links and webinars that are free to you for some additional professional development and training. And then if conferences and things of that nature begin to take place again, we will look to see if we can either attend in person or make that option available, or attend virtually some of the Missouri Preservation Conference seminars that usually happen in the fall. But in the meantime, you'll probably see some emails from me regarding topics such as Missouri Open Meetings Law, Certified Local Governments, and some webinars on preservation topics. There's some good ones out there that are free, so if there's anything, once I start sending them, that you'd like to see, please let me know. That way, next year when we file this CLG report, we'll definitely have that box checked. And that is all I have.
Okay. And no public comments?
Unless,
Unless Happy has something.
Nope.
Okay.
Great job.
And welcome to Nicole, and thank you for joining the commission.
Thank you for having the virtual option so I could. I'm excited.
Feel better soon.
Thank you. All of you stay healthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry
Thanks, you
Christmas.
too.
Merry Christmas to you. And Merry Christmas to everybody else.
Merry Christmas.
And we're ready to adjourn.
Yep, 6:18. All right, thank you all very much.
And for your information, off the record, I